What's up, guys? Welcome back to Collecting and Hobbies. Today we're going to do another action figure review over the Marvel's Cosmo Build-A-Figure Wave, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, Mantis, and Kraglin. And so far we've already done all of the rest except for Nova and the Build-A-Figure itself, Cosmo. So let's check out the packaging real quick. Nice image of Mantis right here in the artwork, and a digital render of the actual figure. There's a digital render of Kraglin, and then we got the artwork. Some more artwork here. There's their spaceship. Nothing else. And then some more artwork. Spaceship again. Seems like the spaceships in quite a few of these. I don't remember if it was all of them, but I remember seeing it in the other ones too. There's Mantis. The only accessory she comes with is the leg for Cosmo. And we'll get into the accuracy like I promised in the other ones. Okay, so he comes with a knife and his little arrow thing. Just out of curiosity, does it say how many accessories he has down here? It actually does. One figure and 3 accessories. The arrow, his knife, and the Build-A-Figure part. And Mantis has 1 accessory, which is only the Build-A-Figure part. Alright, so let's crack them open. Okay, got them open. And here's what you get in the bags. Don't put it in your mouth. Don't put it in your mouth. And so I know I realize I normally do this on camera so you guys can see everything, but just to save some space on the memory so I can shoot the rest of the video for the Cosmo. There's his right leg, or her right leg, I don't know. I've only seen like the first 8 minutes of the movie, like on a streaming service. I was doing it for free for a limited time, but it was so clunky. And then here's and then here's the left leg. So it looked both like hind legs to me. Kraglin's number 6 and Mantis is number 2. Yeah, they're. Okay, so that's his front leg. That's his hind leg. Mantis number 2. Yeah, so they came with the right pieces. That's all that matters. The front leg, other than this point, which is just a ball socket on the figure, it has 2 points for articulation here and 2 points down here. With the ankle rocker and the front and back. And this one goes front and back, side to side. The hind leg has 6 points. Let's see if I can get it to move. These hind legs, there you go. 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there. And then, of course, the foot. We'll go over that when we do Cosmo, though. Alright, so putting those aside. Alright, so let's go over Mantis real quick. Let's go over the face paint job. She's got a lot of streaks in her hair. So I'm using this light to get all the detail, but it's kind of coming out too bright. So see if that's a little better. There's the face sculpt. She has a okay. She's got some shading into her hair. It really comes across on camera though, like a lot in the front. It's really just in the front. Some metallic, look, kind of like green paint, kind of metallic looking. But let's try that light again, one more time for the details in her face. On well, that's coming across. It doesn't look. Oh, there we go. It kind of looks like she has a little bit of a smirk. Either that or her lips are just a little bit off. Normally, sometimes I open these beforehand because I'm always superstitious that I'm going to get a bad paint job or a bad figure when I do it on camera. Always seems to happen that way. But the paint job is pretty decent, pretty accurate to some extent. And that's what I was going to talk about. Let's see if I can stand her up real quick so I can show you what I mean. Now there is a lot of inaccuracy. Again, they start producing these roughly, it could be, like a year and a half to 2 years before the actual movie comes out. So what you see in final production in the movie may not always be the same as what the figure is, and sometimes they go back to it and change things. I had this all set up, but have to zoom in here. So if you look at her costume, this is a production still, I guess, from the movie itself. And is that light still on? Oops, turn that off. As you can see, she's got a red stripe all the way down her entire arm, all the way down to the very end of the cuff. And that's not represented here. The only stripe is at the very top. She's also got one that goes all the way down her entire leg, which is not represented here either. And her costume is identical to Nebula's. They both should have all of those. You can see it behind here. There's Drax. He's also got the red stripe that goes all the way down his arm. That's what I was talking about before. Now, he doesn't have it, sort of, kind of. I'm not sure. I've seen pictures where it kind of looks like he has it on the side of his leg. As you can see right there, Nebula, her knee right there, it goes all the way down as well. So they're lacking a lot of red paint. They're not the way you can see the legs. You can see Drax. And this one you can see. You can't really see it so much on Star-Lord. That's like, movie image, behind the scenes footage. Trying to. So they are a little bit off. See, there you go. There's Nebula. Once again, the stripe goes down her leg. Another picture of her. Alright, so I'm going to be doing this for too long. Okay, so you can see the red stripe on the side of Star-Lord, but right above his boot on the outside. So, and you can see it again there on the other leg, right there. But he doesn't have the red stripe all the way to his cuff like Mantis does. Right there, in that area. So they did skimp on the paint, or they got it wrong, one or the other. Production stills, maybe. It doesn't look like Drax has it right there. You can still see it on Mantis down there. So I'm not really sure. That's a good picture, though. Really good picture. That's the figure. But, alright. So we wasted enough time doing that, pointing out those details. But I did say I was going to point them out in the previous video. But it's more representative on her than it is the other figures. Because the other, I couldn't even tell if they actually had the stripe all the way down or not. But so it is. I'm not sure why they did that though. I mean, I guess the stripe would be right in here somewhere, because they got all this molding here, all these details. So they got a lot of detail in the uniform. They just didn't paint it right. And I don't know where the stripe would be here, because it seems like the molded detail would be in the way to paint it. So the good news is, though, she's double jointed pinless, all new sculpt. And I believe they reused this sculpt with a Nebula. So that is some good news. The bad news is she doesn't come with any accessories, really, technically. She only comes with a Build-A-Figure piece. So at least she comes with that. The one that does not come with a Build-A-Figure piece is Star-Lord. But he comes with 2 blasters. Alright. So as far as the face goes, I like it. It's pretty good. It kind of looks like she has a little smirk. And Mantis, you know, she likes to tell jokes and she smiles a lot. And so that's kind of cool. And I believe, though, from what I've heard, this is the exact same sculpt as the original Mantis, the green one from the Build-A-Figure. So she's also got this extra layer. It's just a rubber piece that goes around the plastic of her body. So that is, technically, if you wanted to, you can move it up and down, move it around a little bit, or even, I guess, clip it off if you wanted. It doesn't come off, but you'd have to literally break it, cut it off. But as far as articulation, looks like she can get a little bit of attitude there. So she can look downwards a little bit. She can't really look up. I'm trying to see what the joint is. Looks like she's got that. Yeah, she's got that old hinge on the neck type joint. Get her to look up a little. Not a whole lot. I really like the face, and this is actually the first figure of the wave that I got, way before they went on clearance or anything. I didn't get these at Target on clearance or anything, neither Kraglin or Mantis. And she can go to a full T, of course. Let's see if she's got butterflies. Careful though with the paint, because it can scratch off. It kind of looks like she does a little, but I don't know. If there is butterfly joints in there, they're very minimal. I don't think so, though. And she's got the bicep swivel. She's got double jointed pinless elbows, which makes her go all the way. And she has side to side hinge on her hand. This on her left hand. Of course, it can swivel. This one, same, side to side. It's like her kind of like her healing hand or whatever, where she makes you feel emotions, calm you down. She can go back. She can go forward. I think the girls go forward more than they do back sometimes. It's kind of the opposite on some of the other figures. She can almost do a full split. She can kick slightly backwards, all the way up, more or less. Well, maybe not. Kind of. As far as the sculptural letter, it's got a nice figure. Swivel at the cut, thigh cut, double jointed, pinless knees, kicks her own booty. She's got a pivot at the foot, ankle rocker. She does have heels on, and cut at the calf, with a boot cut. That's what you call it. So overall, though, I haven't, like I said, I haven't even seen the movie to the point where they actually wear these costumes. The only person I know that has seen it, that I talked to about it, said they have probably like 7 or 8 different costumes during the movie. So she's a little bit difficult to stand, mostly because of her detents, where they're spaced out. There we go. If you spread her feet open a little bit, then you can stand her up easier. No accessories. Wish you would come with something, maybe like some kind of, I don't know, some kind of like effects piece to represent that she's doing something with her powers or something. But I like her. I mean, she's an all new sculpt. The face looks really great. The hair's got a little bit of detail. Technically speaking, paint job is a little inaccurate, but for the stills that they had at the time, I don't know. Maybe they didn't see that far down. I don't know. Maybe they didn't have that. You never know. Or it could just be Hasbro skipping out on the deco is what they call it. But she's got the Guardians deco or little logo there. It's looks like it's painted more over there than over here. Might be a little off. But for what it is, I guess I would give her about, well, just because I wanted her so much in my collection, just because I didn't have a Mantis. She's difficult to stand. I want to give her like a 9, but her antenna looks like they're lit up, kind of. They're not yellow though; they're white, and they're only painted on one side. I give her about an 8. All right, so as far as Kraglin goes, I have a feeling that I do not have any other Guardians of the Galaxy action figures except for a couple of a basic Gamora and the original Marvel Legends Gamora with the sword. And I think that's it. But until I got this wave, I didn't have any of the figures. So I'm guessing this came like in a 3-pack or some other thing. Let's see what the copyright date is. 2022 Hasbro. Or maybe this is just a figure that they already had in the pipeline that they were already going to do anyway. Because the weird thing is he has pins. And I don't remember seeing this, at least not in Guardians of the Galaxy wave. At least in single cards. So maybe this was an early one that they had already planned, like Star-Lord and Drax, because they also have pins. Reuse? Because I don't think he's reuse. Unless this was something that came like in a multi-pack or something else previously that I don't know about. And also because of this. It doesn't have the hinge in the middle of the neck. It's got the neck, the new style neck. He's also got a very nice photoreal representation. So I'm very happy with that. Looks very accurate. Got that fin on his head. Kind of sort of controls his arrow, but they what's his name? Says he actually it's not this that controls the arrow, it's his heart because he got chopped off. His friend, the guy, the blue dude, forgot his name. But so what is supposed to go in here? I guess the arrow is supposed to go in there because it looks too long just to be for the dagger. Yeah, and the dagger, it looks like it would go back here. It fits nice and tight. So as far as his costume, I didn't actually look his up. I remember him from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. He looks, I think, like he did then. That's why I think he was already in the pipeline. He was already in the works to begin with. Okay, there's a little hole there. So you can plug this in, I guess. There you go. Make it stay in place. But let's go over his articulation, and we'll talk about more about his deco. Again, I don't think these are butterflies. They're just, you can see the joint a little bit. I don't think that's butterfly. But he can go up to almost a full T. He's got double jointed elbows. So this part doesn't want to move. There we go. If you get it all the way, you pretty much get it all the way up. He's got the swivel at the wrist. This one side to side. This one is side to side as well. He's got bicep swivel. He's got, he can go 360 with his torso. So he doesn't go back hardly at all. And he barely goes forward. Mantis way better as far as that goes. He doesn't have any kind of waist swivel. People are complaining about the way this looks. He does have kind of like a belly, though, from what I remember in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So he does kind of look like that, but it's kind of a icky looking mold. He kicks pretty much all the way up. He kicked quite a bit backwards. He got double jointed knees. Kick his own back. Looks like he's got well, no, maybe not. Wait. Does he? No, he doesn't. It looks like there's no, that's part of, wow. Yeah, that's part of the sculpt, I believe. Either that is two frozen glued together joints. Because they're not moving. Maybe if I heated it up, his legs are so gummy. Yeah, I don't think that moves. Anyway, so he can go back, like all the way, kick up a little tiny bit. Of course, he's got rockers and thigh cuts. And he can go out pretty much all the way. As far as his arrow goes, it's just like that, gosh, I can't remember that guy's name. The blue guy. I never had that figure. Yondu, that's his name. Actually, I had the 3 3/4 version, the comic version, and they also have one of those Target exclusive. I already showed you that goes in there, so let's figure out a way to. Um, okay, so you can hold the arrow. Let's see if we can do something. Kind of looks like you can hold it like, 2 hands or something. It's not like it's a string, it's part of a laser smoke effect, but I'm sure you could do a lot of stuff with this because it's very pliable, very bendable. And of course, I'm sure he could hold his knife. There you go. So as far as Kraglin goes, he's pretty cool, pretty detailed. The body mold looks a little clunky, but from what I remember, the kind of has a kind of a strange looking silhouette, anyways. Anyway, I'm excited to get Nebula and Cosmo build-a-figure. I got the majority of the wave at clearance prices a month after the movie came out, like half price on most of them. And but this one and these two I got basically in mint condition. They aren't on clearance, but actually he rang up $5, so I don't know why, but whatever. So I got a deal. So overall, I like the Guardians of the Galaxy figures. Glad to have them finally, and I really need to see that DVD. And I really need to get. I think it's coming to. I saw somewhere online that it was coming on August 2nd to Disney Plus, but it is August 2nd, and I haven't seen it on there. But then again, I'm not a subscriber anymore. I was a few months ago. I stopped getting it, but so I'd seen everything. But I might resubscribe if it's got Guardians of the Galaxy, or possibly get the DVD thing with all the extras, or the download from Prime Video. It's got like 3 hours of extras. But overall, I'm enjoying this wave. It's the first time I bought a whole wave in, well, at least this year, I think. So the last one was like, I think, a Spider-Man wave with the armadillo. I think it's the last one. I bought every one of them from the wave. So and these are gonna all look good together when you put them with Drax and Rocket and all the guys that are dressed in blue, like up there. But yeah, I'm doing this in the middle of the night in an extra room, so I don't want to wake anybody up. Well, not really the middle of the night. It's like 11 o'clock. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And the next video will be Nebula and the Build-A-Figure itself, Cosmo. And I've already got started on 4 of the 6 that I need to build the next Build-A-Figure from the Captain Marvel 2 wave. And also got the brand new, I guess you can call her ultra articulated Black Widow Target exclusive. So we'll be doing her right after Nebula and Cosmo. See you on the next one.